Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. Ron Nicoletti here. It is a great day to be a horse racing fan. It is Kentucky Derby Day, but we have 10 exciting races, including double stakes action here at Gulfstream Park. Let's check out those track weather conditions with track announcer Pete Aiello.
The weather, beautiful. Sunny skies, temperatures in the upper 80s. The main track fast. The Tapeta track fast. The turf course firm. First race, a field of 10 on Tapeta track at 5 furlongs. There are no changes to start the day. Racing at Gulfstream. Poor starts, Freedom Street, Whiskey Tango Disco. Quick start, Il Principato and Mannerism. They're the first two to begin. Il Principato is in front. Mannerism firing hard toward the inside. These two ensure a lively tempo. 2.5 better than Self-Loader, who's away in third. His stablemate Jaker is at the rail in fourth, followed two behind by Blue Martini, then the Grey Dew. Cajun Lad lingers toward the back with Freedom Street. The trailer Whiskey, Tango, Disco. They're under the top of the stretch. They whistle the quarter. 21 seconds flat. On the outside, it's Il Principato toward the inside, Mannerism. Self-Loader comes alive while 3 wide, 4 wide. Dew is on a roll. 2 back to Blue Martini, and they're on their way home. On the inside, it's Il Principato. He's been used hard. Self-Loader's in the middle. Dew is on the outside. These three with 1/8 of a mile left. Self-Loader. He has a kick for Rashid Hughes. He's put Dew away. Self-Loader on the board at 9-1 will spring an upset to kick off Derby Day at Gulfstream from Dew in second. Third, Blue Martini, and fourth was Cajun Lad. And they're off. At the rail, Silver Magic comes out firing and tries to clear the field with True Blessing away in good shape. She's second on the hip of the leader. 2 back to Arc Storm, who's now third, then Laura L. and Dorothy. Private Information's at the back. They swing to the far turn with 3.5 furlongs to go. True Blessing gives the challenge to Silver Magic. Locked up heads apart, going quickly. They've opened 4 on Arc Storm, who's back in third. A big gap to Laura L. and Dorothy with Private Information at the back. The top two will decide it. They pass the 5/16. Green inside. Silver Magic just lost the lead. On the outside, it's True Blessing who's on to take over. Silver Magic is tightened up for Racing Room, so she's really in trouble now. She has to hook back to the outside. Green is grass. Off the turn in the stretch drive, True Blessing has the lead and looks to have put it away. Second is Silver Magic. Third is Laura L. Dorothy's running home for a slice to the first wire with True Blessing in front. True Blessing to win by a diminishing 2.5. Re-rallying for second, Silver Magic ahead of Dorothy third, then Laura L. fourth in 54.3.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
They're off. At the rail, one more Duke away quickly on the far outside. Looking for Stars got away in good shape. These two get acquainted in the run to the first turn. They're two better than Smooth and Asia, who are racing together with Kukuk, who's toward the rail in fourth. It's a length and a half back to Gervin's Gambit. Numinous toward the back of the field, and Secret Power is last of the seven in a strung-out group as they chase the Duke. One more Duke, who's in front. Up on the outside, Looking for Stars as the favorite is a prime position to strike. He's racing in second. Three better than Kukuk, who's at the rail in third. Smooth and Easy, white blinkers on a hold in fourth in the two-path, working 3.5 better than an improving Numinous. He moved up and by Gervin's Gambit, who's back to second last. The trailer is Secret Power. En route to the half-mile point, not exactly a slow tempo, 23 flat for the quarter. We'll see the half in just a moment with one more Duke in front. Looking for Stars on the outside is second, still 5. Kukuk is now third. The half, that's fast, 46-1. These top two push their chips all in with 3 furlongs to go, and one more Duke tries to get away. Looking for Stars is now a neck behind while working harder in second. 6 ahead of Kukuk, then Numinous, dropping back Smooth and Easy. They're on their way home. One more Duke fights to hold it. Looking for Stars with 3/16 of a mile to get by, and he starts to shift gears. They're an eighth of a mile from home. Looking for Stars on the outside. One more Duke toward the rail. These two continue well clear of the others. Numinous is in the third with Looking for Stars now gaining the upper hand. He had to work hard, but he's a winner. Looking for Stars in front. One more Duke second. Numinous third. Secret Power fourth. Smooth and Easy fifth in 127-2. They're off. Step slow to break. Chapita, Corona Princess was checked back. On the far outside, Winruski, quick off the mark and looks to clear inside traffic. Moving out the rail, Spotlight Girl is guarding that spot while tightened up. Away on the outside, Fire on the Wire takes over third from Mithril, who's back to fourth. Game Energy's in the yellow on her outside, a length in front of Vanishing Wish. Then it's Fury's Charm and Chapita, wide on the course Bella Jack, and after a bad start, Corona Princess is last. Into the far turn they go. They went 22 seconds for the opening quarter. Winruski on top a length and a quarter. Fire on the Wire is now second. 2 back to Game Energy. Third up the fourth goes Vanishing Wish. That's all for Spotlight Girl. Pass now from between by Mithril. Then Bella Jack out wide, and Fury's Charm tries to get something put together as they have Winruski to catch. Off the turn in the stretch drive, 44-4 for a half mile. Winruski, roused by Vasquez, responding in kind and has put it away. Fire on the Wire is trying to hold on to second with Vanishing Wish and Game Energy, but it's all about Winruski. Delivers on the 4-5 promise, 4 lengths in front. Second is Fire on the Wire, third is Vanishing Wish, and fourth is Game Energy in 103-1. And they're off. At the rail, Cadenced was away well and reaches out for the early advantage. In between horses, My Foolish Notion, Tapsticks in the pink cap toward the inside. On the far outside, Flame Fire, Twice Enticed makes it a party, and the one who settles at the back is Jalmad. They make their way now to the first turn run, and Cadenced has the lead. My Foolish Notion up alongside now racing second. At the rail in third is Tapstick from Twice Enticed and Jalmad, and now the trailer is Flame Fire. En route to the opening quarter, they went by that opening quarter in a quick 23-1. The leader is Cadenced. He's setting a strong cadence. He's in front by 3. My Foolish Notion is on the chase from second. Tapstick, he now races into third. Up on the outside, that's Jalmad into fourth from Flame Fire and Twice Enticed. En route to the final half mile, still up front, it's jockey Sonny Leone and Cadenced, who have the lead. Cadenced by 4 lengths, or rather a length and a quarter from My Foolish Notion second. Tapstick races from third up on the inside. He's patiently handled by Torres. Fourth and driven Jalmad ahead of Flamefire. Twice enticed is last. Around the far turn they go. My Foolish Notion making a bold bid through a 47 2/2 mile. These are lively tempo fractions here, so Cadenced is all in. Now Tapstick, he's going to launch to the clear early today, and he's up to challenge for control at 1-2 through 3/4 and 112 flat. It's My Foolish Notion on the inside, Tapstick on the outside, locked up heads apart as they straighten for the drive. Tapstick trying to shift gears. He has the lead. At the rail, My Foolish Notion tries to go with him. 4 ahead of Flamefire. It's Tapstick with his ears up. He's looking around, but everyone else is just back, and behind him, it's Tapstick to win it. Tapstick, a winner at 1-2 by 4 lengths. My Foolish Notion second, third, Flamefire fourth, Cadenced in 144-3.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter,
You've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
Racing in the Honey Ryder Stakes. It was an uneventful beginning. From between horses, it's Classic Move, who was away best and reaches out to set the tempo, with Laina moving up on the outside second. Widest of all is Mia Familia, saving ground is Spirit Doll. In between them, Epigram's in a bit tight. Our Slew of Cash is in the black and white toward the rail, third last. Second last is French Tip, and the trailer is One Sweet Girl. They make their way around the clubhouse turn, chasing Sunny Leone and Classic Move, who are on top by 2. Laina is second. She closed as the second choice here. The late money's on Spirit Doll, third at the inside. Mia Familia races from fourth. She's well spotted by Jockey Camacho, about 4 lengths behind. Our Slew of Cash is next. To her outside, it's One Sweet Girl. Epigram was up near the lead early, but she's back to second last now, and the trailer is French Tip. En route to the half-mile point, they went the half in 45-2. Kentucky Derby winning jockey Sunny Leone and Classic Move head to the turn on top. Laina moving up on the outside for a Leparoux into second. At the rail, Spirit Doll a patient third. On her outside is Mia Familia. 3 more to Our Slew of Cash and One Sweet Girl as they round the far turn. Laina travels well on the outside of Classic Move. These two heads apart. Looking for room, Spirit Doll starting up on the outside. Mia Familia. Our Slew of Cash trying to find room toward the rail. Off the turn and the stretch drive, they're 1/8 of a mile from home. Leparoux trying to get more from Laina. She still has work to do as Hughes is off cover and produces Spirit Doll for a late say. Here's Spirit Doll, front and center, in front, and going away in the Honey Ryder. Laina was second. Classic Move ran third. One Sweet Girl is up fourth in 132-3. Flare off. In the center, Let's Dance Again, ridden hard off the blocks to try to gain the early advantage from World Traveler, who will defer and let her go on with it. Let's Dance Again. So World Traveler will sit second, 1 of 1. Up on the outside now, third Z first, Headstrong well in tight. Amelia's toward the rail, and at the back is Strand of Gold. Around the first turn they go. Leonel Reyes and Let's Dance Again make their intentions known as they've opened a 5.5 length lead now. World Traveler is second, Amelia is third, Z First is in the yellow and green, still fighting the rating while searching for some place to go. Z First is not going to stop till she goes up near the lead here. Fighting the rating while 4 wide is 1 of 1 as this leader tries to stack him and pack him after carving a 23-4 opening quarter. The trailer in a long way last is Strand of Gold. They make their way to the final 5 furlongs, and the leader, Let's Dance Again. A bit better to handle now here, and on top by a length and a half. Z First is second. From the inside, that's World Traveler racing together with the red colors of Amelia. 3 wide, 1 of 1, and still at the back is Strand of Gold. They went the half in 47-4. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Up front, Let's Dance Again. Tries to go on with it, leads by a length and a half. Looking for room is Sammy Camacho on World Traveler, locked in the box at the inside. Up on the outside, it's Z First, trying to rally while wide on the course in 1 of 1. Amelia's being called on, but not picking up with the call as they run to the top of the stretch. 3/4, 1:11-4. Let's Dance Again. Still travels the best off the corner. Now asked to quicken by Reyes, responds and opens 3 on the field. Let's Dance Again. She put her shoes on early, and she's running up the score late. It's Let's Dance Again. She'll dominate here in the 7th to win with lengths to spare. Call it 5 or 6 in the end. World Traveler second, Z First third, and 1 of 1. Finish fourth. Locked away, ready for a start. Racing in the English Channel Stakes. Bolero Bay was away quickly, reaching out for the early advantage. Redland Rebels moves out the rail. These two get acquainted. Away in third is Bronze Bullet. My favorite bird is with him. A gap of 2.5 more to Naughty Nix and Wayne's Law. And after being squeezed at the break, Zephyros is last of all. They chase the speed of Bolero Bay. Bolero Bay and Sunny Leone over to the rail and on top by 2, Redland Rebels. Happy to race from second, angles to a flanking roll and about a length and a half behind. Third is Bronze Bullet together with My Favorite Bird, then Wayne's Law. On a grip behind them is Naughty Nix, second last, and the trailer is Zephyros. The field of 7 completes the quarter in 22 and 4/5 seconds as they race 5 furlongs from the money. It's Bolero Bay who has the lead, the race favorite. Redland Rebels is poised to strike second in the clear. Third is Bronze Bullet together with My Favorite Bird, who's covered up. Then it's Naughty Nix, who races outside of Wayne's Law, and Zephyros has trailed throughout. They went the half in 46-2. These aren't slow fractions as they swing around the far turn. From the inside, Bolero Bay still has the lead with a wall of pursuers. Vasquez says go on Naughty Nix. He's 4 wide and on the attack. Redland Rebels, Bronze Bullet right there. My Favorite Bird and Zephyros also have a shot from there. There's plenty of hopes here. 3/4, 110 flat. Who do you like here? Off the turn and the stretch drive. Long shot, Bolero Bay still has the lead and kicks again to try to turn back My Favorite Bird. Redland Rebels is coming up empty with yards to go. Bolero Bay drifts. He has the lead. My Favorite Bird is second. Bolero Bay springs the upset in the English Channel Stakes. My Favorite Bird was second. Zephyros third. Fourth, Bronze Bullet. Then Naughty Nix. 133-1. They're off. They're off. Foggy Note stumbled and caught the dirt. She went to her nose. From between horses, Sweet Dream Lady away quickly and reaching out for the early lead. Slew Diva missed the start, so the pace scenario of this race completely changed here as the two speed horses are up front with Nasty Z and Sweet Dream Lady. Off last was Foggy Note. Her back's against the wall, though she has landed a 4th position from Slew Diva, and Win Bet Only is last. So en route to the half-mile point, Sweet Dream Lady has the lead. She's going to make Nasty Z work to hold her spot. So Rashid Hughes has got a decision to make, and he's now backing off a touch on Nasty Z. Meanwhile, Dakota's Little Aurora moves into second. From 4th, Foggy Note, she's an hour and a half the best if she wins from there. 6 ahead of Slew Diva, who was never comfortable, and the trailer is Win Bet Only. So if you're on the favorites, you're not feeling very good at the moment, as Sweet Dream Lady has a challenge from Dakota's Little Aurora. Nasty Z starts to put it back together, floating out Foggy Note. So Nasty Z has an opportunity as they reach the top of the lane. Dakota's Little Aurora has the lead. She'll have to deal with a resurgent Nasty Z, who launches her bit on the outside, and she's got the stride to get up now. Nasty Z took a while to hit high gear, but she's in high gear now, and she's en route to a easy victory. Rashid Hughes for a riding triple. It's Nasty Z in front. Nasty Z by 4. Dakota's Little Aurora was second. Very close for third. Win Bet Only's in the show picture with Sweet Dream Lady. Foggy Note threw it away at the start in 119 flat. Runners away. Friday Night Light away quickly in the center. Here's speed from Iron on the move. Iron is on the iron early to take the lead. Tighten up for Racing Room. Operation Thunderbolt banged around between horses. American Directions on his outside. From between horses, Money Tour. Along the rail, it's Shiny, Happy, Groovy. Well settled toward the back is No More War, and he has one way behind him, and that's Rudy, who's last of all. He's about 20 lengths off the lead of Iron. Jose Morelos and Iron to the backstretch on top, a length and a half. American Direction is second. Friday Night Light is third. Operation Thunderbolt on the outside, a 3 wide fourth. Shiny, Happy, Groovy, fifth toward the rail. 2.5 more to Money Tour, then it's No More War. He lingers in the black cap second last, and way back to Rudy. Half a mile to go, and Iron still the leader, leads a length and a quarter. American Direction second through a 45 and 4/2 mile. Operation Thunderbolt begins to progress outside of Friday Night Light. Then it's a length and a half to the inside and Shiny, Happy, Groovy. Underway from the back. Here's Sonny Leone on No More War. He's circling horses. Pace ahead of him. He'll angle to the far outside. They reach the top of the stretch now. Up front, it's Iron. He'll have to deal with No More War, who catches the eye while 5 wide under a full head of steam. 1/8 of a mile left to go. Iron's in front. No More War lifting up on the outside. Operation Thunderbolt in the middle. Yards to go, and No More War has taken a clear lead. It's No More War in front. Operation Thunderbolt is second. Third, Shiny, Happy, Groovy. Fourth is Iron. And fifth, American Direction to complete your high five. 127 and 1.
And that wraps up the Saturday card. We're back here on Sunday with a 9-race card. Our first race post, 12:50 p.m. Boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park.